All right, everybody. And of course, motivation. We're actually might finish this podcast on time, courtesy of my beats. All right. Lamborghini once said, we don't do commercials because our target audience isn't sitting around and watching TV. Think about that for a second. Think about that. All right. I remember hearing about this, and it was like, you know, how much time do we actually waste on doing stuff like this? And I do apologize if the audio goes out. Jeff is always like Superman when it comes to that for me, because I am not tech savvy. So when I think about that quote, it really makes me push super hard to achieve all the stuff that I want to achieve, because I know no one's going to save me and no one's going to do that for me. And that's how I want to motivate you guys, is with knowledge and understanding, and that's what real empowerment is. And so I'm going to give you guys this story that I think is just so thought-provoking and important. It really represents how we operate in society for generations, okay? So there's a story that circulated on social media, and I'd actually heard this when I was in college, so I was very surprised to see it making its rounds again. All right, there's an experiment, right, for fictitious purposes. They put 5 monkeys in a large cage with a ladder in the middle, and there's bananas on top of the ladder. So if you're a wrestling fan, think of like a ladder match with like a title belt hanging above the ladder, okay, for imagery purposes, okay? Every time a monkey tried to climb on that ladder to get the bananas, he would spray all the monkeys with icy water. So in time, anytime a monkey would try to climb up the ladder to get the bananas, the others would pull him down and beat him to avoid the icy water, okay? So eventually, gradually, after this behavior started happening, they began switching out monkeys one at a time. Okay, so one monkey got replaced with a brand new monkey. Then a little bit of time would go by, then another monkey was replaced with a new monkey. The new monkey would try to go up the ladder and get the bananas, and the others, again, would beat him up. All right, eventually, the new monkey learned the social norm. Don't climb up the ladder for the bananas. One by one, every monkey was eventually replaced with a new monkey until there were no more original monkeys that started out the experiment. By the end of the experiment, the 5 remaining monkeys that were all new monkeys had learned to follow the rules without ever knowing why. You know, obviously we can't ask the monkeys, but if we could, and we asked them, why can't you climb up the ladder for the bananas? They'd probably tell you, I don't know. I have no idea. And it's just always been that way, right? As a society, we tend to do things the way we've been taught without questioning them. And this is a huge thing. If you ask yourself why you do certain things in life, or why you were taught to value certain things, you're not taught why, you're just taught to do it. You're taught to stay in line. You're taught to do this because you were told to, because someone said so. And we end up being programmed with all these old paradigms of what happiness and success look like, without the realization and the adaptability to understand that those were those times. We live in different times. We live in new times. It's a different generation. It doesn't make it better. It doesn't make it worse. It just makes it different. And sometimes you have to break that societal norm, or that familial generational curse. You have to be the person that says, no, we deserve better. No, I'm not going to pass this down to my child. No, I'm not going to do this. No, I'm not going to teach this. No, I'm not going to follow this. I'm going to ask questions. The moral is, don't be afraid to ask questions, okay? Asking questions provides you information. And don't forget, no answer is an answer, okay? And no is a complete sentence, period, okay? If you don't ask, the answer is always no. Okay, you can learn from so many different people and decide what your own happiness and success looks like for you, instead of just being like those monkeys and just following the rules simply because it's always what's been done. Ask questions, dig for information. Information is true power, because it makes you a more formidable person. It makes you somebody who's less controllable, less like a sheep and more like a lion. All right, this doesn't mean everybody has to be CEOs and all this other crazy crap going on social media. No, it just means real empowerment is through knowledge. The only way you're going to empower yourself and armor yourself with knowledge is by asking questions, by learning from other people's mistakes, seeking out information that makes you a better person, a better boss, a better employee, a better significant other, a better child, a better parent, a better everything about your humanity. All right? Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to challenge the societal norm, and don't be afraid to take risks to ultimately break generational curses and turn your life around for the better, for you, for your future loved ones, your family, your goals, whatever may have you. All right, everyone, thank you so much for sticking with me on the latest episode of the Talks with Taeler Hendrix podcast with yours truly, Taeler Hendrix. I hope to see you guys back here every Tuesday for new episodes of this podcast, and weekly on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/TaelerHendrix. Until next time, everybody.